Joe Biden lied to me. He said that as long as he felt like he had a chance to win, he was going to stay in this race. He said that he had the full support of the party, and I believed him. Apparently, that's not true because yesterday he dropped out. Didn't give as much information about why he was dropping out as I felt he should have, although we can kind of fill in the dots there. I don't believe he had COVID. I think that he sat back and was receiving a virtual intervention where everybody on his side was coming in and telling him it was time for him to step down, and he was slowly accepting it, which means that he lied about his intent to stay in the race. He lied about the level of support that he has, and they lied about how fit he was for office. This was all a bit of a bitter pill to swallow because I was one of those people who really believed that, you know what, you can recover from the first debate. If you have a good second debate, people will largely forget about what you did in the first one. So I have to assume that he came to the conclusion that his second debate wasn't going to be any better than his first was. And the first was a disaster. Now, I'm curious to see how Kamala Harris, as the potential Democratic candidate, does. I'm not deluded about the fact that 44 states have basically decided which way they're going. I don't think they're going to change. But those 6 swing states, well, that's an entirely different story. In a race that looked like it was going to be very close, well, hard for me to say that the Democratic Party didn't just lose a whole lot of ground in a situation where they didn't have a whole lot of ground that they could afford to lose. I am curious to see what the second debate is going to look like because there are a lot of questions that I'm going to want answers to. Questions that honestly I would have liked to have had answers to yesterday when this announcement was made. I don't want to have to wait a week to find out why Joe's dropping out. That's something that I feel he owes the American people already.